Hey guys, this is Kyle Int with Austin Stone Worship. We're going to take a look at Jesus Lifted High from our album Everflow. What I'm going to do is kind of walk you through a few of the sounds that I use for the song, and you can grab those patches for the big sky and for the timeline if you want to do that. And then I'm going to kind of show you the parts of the song, just kind of slow down and explain a little bit. And then after that, I'll play through the whole song for you so you can see what it looks like from start to finish. This song is a little bit different in that I use a really specific sound for the turnaround, for the little hook part. I don't know if I would call it the turnaround. And so you kind of have to be, it's one where you have to be super on top of the rhythm, because if you get off of the rhythm a little bit, it doesn't sound good. It sounds wrong. It's like a tremolo sound. So I'll show you that in just a second. And the way that I have my Pedalboard set up is I have this disaster area MIDI controller that changes several of my pedals, including this H9, which isn't plugged up right now. But it will change my patches. And as part of that, I have this extension pedal that you can see that has a favorite button. And what the favorite button does, no matter what song I'm on, is it'll put these to a hall reverb into a ping pong, very subtle delay. And so I'll start this song with that favorite button plugged in because the song starts with a down chorus, and so I don't want this crazy tremolo sound to be the first thing you hear, because I have that set as my A setting on this song. So I'll jump to this favorite setting to begin, and then what I'll do on the when Aaron is just singing the initial down chorus is I'll just kind of strum and do volume swells as Dietrich is playing the chords. So the chords are B, G sharp minor, E, B, basically. And so I'll do that while he's singing the first I Want to See Jesus Lifted High chorus. Then when the little guitar hook thing comes in, I'll turn off my favorite button and it'll jump to my first patch. So here's what that weird tremolo thing sounds like by itself. So you can tell I have this tremolo set to the tempo of the song, which is 74. So it goes to 74 beats a minute automatically. So you can tell if you're not playing on that rhythm, it sounds a little funky. So that first little guitar hook goes like this. And it repeats that again. Does that a couple of times at the very beginning as the song is kind of building. And then when we jump into verse 1, super easy verse patterns on this song. I'll jump to this second patch, which is one I use a lot. It's a hall reverb and a dotted eighth delay. And then when it goes to the turn, sorry, I mentioned the verse, but it goes to the turn before that, and the turn part looks like this. So what I'm doing is I'm playing a little melody on the G string, and I'm leaving the B string open and ringing, and occasionally hitting the high E string. All right? So that's the little turn part, and then from there it goes into the verse. I'll jump back to the neck pickup, and verse 1 is super easy. It's just this muted note. Philip is playing the same pattern on the hi-hat, so I'm kind of just mimicking that. Does this for a long time, and then at some point it just does a quick. Right? And then on the second half of verse 1, it'll kind of mimic that initial, it'll mimic that part, but I'll do it in between doing this muted B note right here. So the second half of the verse will go, let's see. Here comes the second half. And then it builds into the first down chorus. First down chorus, I'm just playing basically little power chords, just to kind of help propel the chord changes along. That's all I'm doing there, very easy. B, G sharp minor, E, B. It goes back into the turn after that. Verse 2 is similar to verse 1, but I jump up an octave. So instead of being down here, I'm up here, and I add a couple little things. Just that little half step, and then a whole step. And then I do a quick. That's kind of right where Philip does a little fill right in the middle of that verse. The second half of the verse keeps going. And then on the repeat of that line, he stood and walked out of the grave, I jump to my bridge pickup and a heavy distortion, and I come back down here and do one more little hook part as we build into the chorus. And the choruses on this song are super easy. I'm just trying to stay out of the way mostly and lend some like big girth. So all I'm doing is I would just jump on a really heavy distortion. So I've got two sets of gain going, and then I'm adding this distortion on top. And then Matt, our bass player, and I are just playing a very similar part, which is basically just octaves. And then a little thing like this. So that's the second chorus, the really big one. And then we jump into the bridge, and for that, I'll just kind of take all my drives off except for one. I'll jump back to my neck pickup. I'm still on the same setting on my pedals, and I'll just do a very staccato-y kind of part at the top of the bridge. It just goes like this. Really easy. As we build, I'll jump to my bridge pickup and I'll turn on the Super Bolt, and then I play a little octave part along with Matt again up here. I'm just playing octaves here. Going back into the chorus. This chorus starts on a 6, so I'm starting there. It does the big chorus again, and then it does a little tag chorus at the very end, where I just slide up really high. Just octaves. Excuse me. That's the end of the big part of the song. And then as Aaron is singing the bridge lyrics again, I'll kind of turn my tone knob way down, my volume down a little bit, and then I'll kind of just mimic that intro hook one more time as he's singing that part. And then ends just like that. So there's the parts for Jesus Lifted High, and now I'll play the whole thing for you.